Hi Scorpio, welcome to your High Priestess reading for 2020. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to the Jezebel Way Tarot. Love and support to her. Check her out, show her some love. This is intended to be a romantic love reading, but it may resonate in other areas of your life. This could also resonate as yours or your person's moon, rising, or Venus sign. This is for the whole year, and it doesn't have to be, I know I said this, but it doesn't have to be romance-based. Some of them haven't been. Also, my voice has been doing weird things. I have my lozenges, or my suckies, as my grandma called them, and my water, so I'm prepared. It's just, I don't know what to expect. All of a sudden, it hits this dry patch, and it's like, so, but I'm prepared. Okay. All right. Hi, Scorpio. Hi. High Priestess. What is your intuition telling you here? What is going on, Scorpio, for the rest of the year, or for the year 2020, the year of hindsight, as it were? Four of Swords, Queen of Swords. So that could be Libra. I'm going to move this in a little bit. Here. Okay. All right. Two of Wands. Pardon me. Nine of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Three of Cups, the Fool, the Emperor. All right. Okay, so I'm kind of glad to see that there's only like two major arcana here, because you kind of been through it. So this is kind of keeping things light here. Not really getting too heavy or deep, which you're due. You're due for some levity. All right, what's this Two of Wands here? There it goes. Hold on a minute. There we go. This is Two of Wands for Scorpio. Nine of Cups. Yay. What's this Nine of Pentacles about? This Nine of Pentacles. The Lovers. That could be Gemini, Taurus, or Libra. This is Two of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. Good. What's this Three of Cups? All right, the Empress. It could be Taurus or Aries. This could be Capricorn, Gemini, Taurus, or Libra. What's this Fool card about? Seven of Wands. So for some of you, you could be wanting to get this off the ground. I'm not, hold on a minute. What's this Emperor about? Okay. This is somebody new. This is not somebody from your past, so I like that. This is a new person you have just met or are dealing with. And this is you. For the Scorpios I'm reading for, you need to contend with the fact that you have a tendency to get in there. And part of the, just consider that the part of the reason why people disappoint you, or why you might have been disappointed by relationships in the past, again, consider, not solely, but that is that you are a no-nonsense, take-charge kind of person, and when you go in, you go deep. So it's not in your nature, for the Scorpios I'm reading for, to do things lightly or not meaningfully. Read intensely. When you love deep. When you go hard. Nothing wrong with that, but that sets the bar for other people, that if they're a little more slow moving or idle or more indecisive, that it's like they're doing it to you rather than them just being indecisive or idle about things, or letting things take its time. So understand that when you're dealing with someone else, it's not always going to be on your schedule or when you want it, and if it isn't, it's not personal. You're not being done unto or denied deliberately. It's simply someone doing things in their own time, or wanting to make sure they feel right about something. it doesn't do either of you any good. And this pertains, I'm not just kind of going off on that. But in light of what some of you have been through with somebody being indecisive and being kind of manipulative and controlling and whatnot, and putting you off and showing up when it's too late and too little too late and all that crap, this is not that. This is someone, though, that does want to take their time, and it is somebody new, but you're gonna have to. This is not. They're not like the other person that denied you deliberately. This is someone that is going to do things at their pace. I think you're used to, for the Scorpios I'm reading for, you're used to having control, and if you don't have it, you strive to get it. Because once that's taken care of, then you can pursue this how you want. But this isn't meant for you to control or to have control over. So you need to kind of back off and again, that's showing up here. This is your person wanting to move much slower, and they might not know what they want yet. There's interest, but it's moving at a much slower pace than maybe you've expected or wanted or anticipated here. This is something that you need to be hands off about, and you need to maintain your distance and advantage. This is something that needs to happen over time. There is potential here, but this is someone that is going to do things in their own time. This is not somebody from the past. This is somebody new. Again, this is you needing to not get out there and get in front of it and manage and let them know up front this, that, and the other. That's not this. This person, this situation does not call for that. This is simply somebody who wants to take their time and do things when they are ready. You are going to have to be patient. For the Scorpios, I think it'll be easier once you are able to trust this person. But for the Scorpios I'm reading for, your trust is a little bit low here. So there's potential here, but that doesn't mean that the person is going to want to move at breakneck speed. You're not going to be the only thing on their radar, and they're not going to ask of you what was asked of you before. So you don't need to go ham on this. You don't need to show them up front. This is, and I say this because it's like you're expecting, what's showing here is this kind of expectancy that this is going to move quickly. And because it doesn't, you're thinking that someone's either toying with you or you're taking it personally. And you don't have to think that way, because this person's not doing that. This is somebody, though, that's very independent and is going to do things when they're good and ready to do things. And this is somebody that is in no hurry. So this is, if you're thinking that, whoa, I need to cool my jets here, yes, you do. This has great potential, this new thing, not the person from the past. We're not dealing with somebody who just can't for whatever reason anymore. But this new thing that just landed, then this is moving throughout 2020. This is about you maintaining your space, your advantage, your life, not putting your life so quickly in someone else's hands, or not that you did before, but just a lot of your effort and energy and happiness for some of the Scorpios that I'm reading for the better part of last year went towards somebody else and their agenda and the hopes that it would work out, only it didn't. And this is something that kind of just showed up recently or is coming. And this is you moving through the year and you needing to accept that it's going to move much slower. If this is not what you want, full permission to cut it loose and go after it. But this has the potential to be something good. But I don't think that you are very practiced in not rushing into it. I think there's going to need to be some restraint here on your part, because there might be some feeling like, I don't want to get taken like I did last time. I don't want to be waiting around for what I want like I was last time, only to find out that this person never was going to meet me halfway, or, you know, change their circumstance so that we could be together, or make the effort, or whatever it was. You're not going to be denied or let down like that. But this person who you're dealing with is not going to be rushed or pushed either. So There's potential and interest here, but this is also somebody that's very independent and is not going to take well to being kind of hurried or rushed. They don't have the circumstance or anything holding them back, but this is just someone that's got kind of their own thing going on, and they're not in any hurry. They're okay with letting things unfold, pardon me, as they should. This is just something that's going to be, we got the Empress here, I like it. The Empress and the Three of Cups. This is, in due time, things are going to happen. There's going to be that connection, that bond, but it is in due time. This is not you getting out there and getting in front of it and managing it and kind of taking hold of the reins. This person won't allow that, quite honestly. There might be that, again, that knee-jerk reaction to do that because of the way your last experience has been, because you don't want to get, in that situation again, so you're going to manage it up front. It's not going to work here. This person won't allow it. So this is you needing to, if I may, hold on a minute, gotta get some water again. Pardon me. Dare I say you've met your match? This is someone who is going to move when they're good and ready. And it is about you maintaining the other things in your life that you've just recently returned to for some of the Scorpios, for some of you. But you not really losing any ground with what you're doing, who you are, where you're at, anything like that. And dropping everything and making room for this. There's no need for that yet. This person will let you know when they're ready. If this is not what you want, then you're just like, oh no, this person is too reserved and controlling for me. I'm not going to have that. But consider it's because you might be the same way. Like, I'm not going to, there cannot be a relationship where there are two people that are really controlling, right? And if you're finding, they're just not that into it, or they're just not wanting to progress as quickly as I do, consider that it might not need to. This person is not what you came from. They're not going to do you like that. They are, however, going to take their time. That might not suit you. If that's the case, if you're wanting something much quicker, then this would not suit. But this, dare I say, would be worth your time. This is somebody that is worth the wait. This is somebody who knows themselves. And they mean what they say, and they say what they mean. This is somebody who's solid. It's not going to start off hot and heavy. It's not going to start off whirlwind, anything like that. This is someone's going to, again, they're going to take their time. They move when they're good and ready. You are advised here, and your intuition is probably telling you to pump the brakes and to be cautious. Not because you need to be with this person, but because you don't have to be. If you try to rush it, it'll ruin it. You know what I mean? It's for Scorpio. Three of Wands. Stay open. Good. Consider your options. Consider your choices. 3, 3, 3. Like it. The beginnings. The potential for this. Very good. There's a fit here and a connection. And it might make you want to speed things up. You don't need to. Establish other connections here other than just the physical. But let this take its time. It'll feel better. Honestly, it'll feel better. You'll feel more at peace. You won't feel like you're driving the show, and like if you don't keep up the pace or keep up the management, that it's going to fail you. That's for Scorpio. 10 of Pentacles, yay. Like that. There's potential there. That's for Scorpio. Queen of Pentacles. Could be Capricorn. So, again, maintain your independence. Maintain your distance. Maintain your advantage. There's no hurry here. Keep the focus on yourself and your life and your whatever you're doing. This will happen between you two naturally and as it should. with nobody driving it. It's just going to happen. Your job, and so is the other person's job, if I may be so bold, is to mind your own. And each of you maintain your own areas, but not get into each other's areas. This is a different type of relationship for Scorpios I'm reading for. It might feel foreign. There might be some frustration that you can't kind of move this along like you'd want to initially, just because that might be a knee-jerk reaction. But in time, you'll settle in. But this is... There's going to be this knee-jerk reaction to feel like you need to control this or get out in front of it, and you don't. And if you do, it'll has a potential to kind of drive this away from you, because this whoever you're dealing with, this is somebody that is quite formidable. Like they're a pretty solid person, which is good. I mean, you want somebody trustworthy and reliable, but this is not somebody that needs to be told what to do or managed. They're good. They're good. This is someone who is very self-driven and focused and motivated. Like they get things done. They're reliable. They're dependable. All that. But they also, because they know who they are, they don't let somebody crowd their space or manage their space. Whoever this is, that's a turn off to them. So again, now this is a year, like this is for 2020. So this is about kind of things building with this person, and the potential is there. This might be somebody that moves too slowly for you. You're like, you know what, I'm good, I know, and if you're not ready, then I'm looking elsewhere. But this is someone that the interest is there, but they're in no hurry. This is someone that has been around the block a few times in relationship. Maybe they're divorced, maybe they have experience here. They go after what they want, but not until they're ready. And this is going to be a learning curve for you to maintain your own space, to not want to rush things. And it's a good learning curve, because you get to be able to trust somebody again. You get to be able to have faith that somebody's going to do right by you, that you don't have to be managing and controlling everything to get your needs met. This is not that. You don't have to go through what you've been through. I don't like that one bit. But yeah, this is all in good time. What else for Scorpio? What else for Scorpio? Ooh. Last 15 minutes. Take your time. Take your time. Take off and running. Here we go. No, I think this speaks to that. What I was talking about is you wanting to kind of really. It's like, no. Let it take its time. You're good. This isn't going to leave if you don't manage it. This isn't going to leave if you're not out in front of it, driving the ship or steering the steering the chariot. Things can build their own momentum from mutual interest, you know? And this is one of those. All right. I don't like that I said that if you do that, it'll ruin it. I don't like that fear bit, but it'll delay it. It's going to be off-putting. This is not someone that needs management or deadlines or ultimatums. This is someone that could be very private about their life. As they get to know you, they might open up, but this is someone that's kind of up and running and has their own way of doing things and has their own life. They're not unreliable, they're not dependent, they're not manipulative, they're not unkind. They're kind of a cut above. For the Scorpios that I'm reading for, you might not be used to somebody like this. You kind of met your match, because they're just as formidable and as capable as you. And this is going to take time, as it should. It should take time. You deserve a break. You don't have to be out controlling everything, running everything, making sure. No, you get to sit back and let things unfold. There's mutual interest here. What else for Scorpio? I like that. Pardon me, Guardian. Good. Okay, so part of that is, again, maintaining the advantage. Kind of keeping, not plowing through and getting things, not just controlling this and being domineering and steering, you know what I mean? Not that intensity, but So guarding your energy in that sense, maintaining your advantage and kind of your distance, and just keeping perspective and the focus on your own life first. But this is someone that is reliable, that you can depend on, that over time through trust will be somebody that is pretty, you'll see that they're going to be a pretty just rock solid person, trustworthy, stable, reliable, somebody that takes connection with somebody else very seriously, someone that takes partnership very seriously. They don't give it lightly, they don't rush into it because it is such a big deal to them. And they'd rather be by themselves and doing their own thing, as they have been, than to be in relationship with someone that it's like they're not going to give away access to them lightly. And they're not going to be in something that they feel obligated or manipulated. No, none of that. This is someone who goes where they want to go when they want to go. But it's not the control freak. Well, it's not the negative side of that where someone is control freak. This is someone that is very in charge of their own domain and their own life. They know their life. They know what they do. They're up and running without anybody else's help, input, anything. So I like it. This is someone who's solid. But because of that, they move when they're ready. So there's that. But when they do, you'll know that they're there because they want to be there, not that they've been manipulated or just strong-armed into, obligated, that sort of thing. Nope. They show up when they're ready to show up, but when they do, they mean it. That's what's nice about this, is they might move slowly, but when they do move, it's well thought out. It's because they want to do that. It's time. It works for them. The desire's there. They trust themselves. They know what they're doing. It is with intent, and it is without agenda. It's simply because someone would like, you know what I mean? I'm starting to repeat myself. Okay. I like it. The only thing about this, I will say though, is that it's going to be a learning curve for you because you're probably going to want to get things off the ground and get things moving. This person is not that. They move a lot slower than you might have been used to, or, But when they do, they don't waffle. They don't renegotiate. When they make their move, it's a solid move. For Scorpio. Whoopsie. It was like this. Death. That could be Scorpio. 4 of Cups. All right. So this, one of the things about this, right? It taking a while. It could be on their part. They see that you might still need to kind of process your ending. Because this, for the Scorpios I'm reading for, this might have happened rather quickly after you kind of put an ending on another situation that was quite toxic. Let's be honest. You weren't getting your needs met. You were frustrated. You were angry. You were sad. You had somebody kind of tell you, promise, and it never came to be. And then they show up when it's too late. It's too late. I don't want this anymore because you're only here because I'm not talking to you or I haven't answered you, that sort of thing. And there's frustration and sadness and manipulation. And this is not that. It is advisable also that you think about, before you get out there knee-jerk, want to control, manage, get in front of it and strategize, that instead this is about giving this time to develop, because you're going to kind of need this. You're not going to want to go in all ham and hot and heavy and hard and all that. And when I don't mean, I'm not even going to define it, never mind. And intensely, I should have said intense instead of hard, but because you still need time. You still need time to think about what has happened, how you want to do things differently, what you want done differently. You still need time for your rebirth. You still need time to kind of come up from the ashes. You might be chomping at the bit in certain areas physically, or just wanting to get out of the house and do stuff and have somebody to do stuff with or pay attention to you or whatever. But there's something to be said for this blossoming over time. And this is, again, for the whole year. This is someone that in time you will see as very reliable. This could be a friendship starting, and then it progresses from there. But this, again, is not somebody who's looking for anything intense and exclusive right away. There's interest. They want to see how they go. This is somebody cautious and strategic, and as they should be. This is not somebody that's controlling and manipulative, but rather somebody that wants to make sure their time is well spent and they don't put up with slouches. So, this is you still, basically being able to take advantage of that time, pump the brakes, and get over what you need to get over and process what you need to process. This isn't going anywhere. It's not going to move probably at the speed that you want it, but that's okay. You got the whole year. There's mutual interest here. This is a breath of fresh air because this is someone that is showing interest back. But they have it in perspective. They're not kicking down the door to get to where you are because they just have to have you in their life. You've been there, done that, and it's fell flat. This is not that, so don't worry. But you are going to need to give this space and perspective and keep your own life up and running. This is not drop everything to be with this person that has something solid to offer because they're not ready to offer it yet. There's interest, and you're going to see how it goes. That's what this year is about, is seeing how it goes, kind of learning and retraining from where you've been, and things being done differently, thinking about things, giving time for things to develop, reflection, thinking about things as you go, so that because you don't want the same type of situation, monitoring your behavior, being aware of what you want, how you feel about things, being able to speak to that. Okay, enough. Yay, yay, Scorpio. The potential's here. It's happening. It's a good thing. You're just gonna need to be patient with yourself. It's gonna be a learning curve, and part of it could be because you don't want to be taken for granted again. This person is gonna be pretty straightforward and upfront. They're not gonna be as available as you want them to be at first, but that's kind of a pride or ego thing. Like, you're gonna want somebody to really want you after the way you kind of been denied before. And it very well could be that there's that part of it, but this person just moves slower. They're slower to decide on things. So there might be that intensity and physical connection up front, but that's not going to be it's not going to mean, well, I guess we're exclusive now or whatever, until later on down the road for this person. They do what they want, when they want, and when they're ready. But when they do it, they're there. They mean it. They show up because they want to be there, not for any other reason, though. This is somebody that will not be controlled or managed. They're very independent. Okay. Good. Because you need a break. You need somebody that you can trust. When they say they want to see you, they mean it. And they'll make an effort, and they enjoy the time with you, and they pay attention to you. Good. Okay. All right. Yay for you. Love and support to you this year, Scorpio. You have fun with this and take it slow. You deserve it, and you need that time to think, process this. And they'll be, just so you know, they'll be sensitive to that too. They'll be kind of aware that you kind of are, that some of this might be kind of a hair trigger for you. They get it. They've been there. Okay. All right. So, yay. You take care. Love and support to you this year. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next reading.